19 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. We're joined this morning by three of the players from Australia who are taking part this week. We have David Micheluzzi, Blake Windred and Karl Vilips. David, if I can start with you, you've had a great year since last year's Asia Pacific Amateur in Singapore. How much confidence does that give you going into this week, and how much would it mean to you to win?
Yeah, since last year it's been a hell of a ride. I got to play 5 pro events in a row after this event and had a couple top 5s, which was quite exciting, and the start of the year was great. And went to the UK and US, made the semi-finals of the British Am, and yeah, I haven't played too great since then, but yeah, confidence is pretty high. I've been playing at home for a little bit, and yeah, it's starting to feel good.
Good, and obviously this is a big week, this championship for you as well.
Yeah, it's one of the best weeks of the year. Get treated like royalty here. It's awesome. Yeah, just the course looks amazing so far from what I've seen, and yeah, can't wait for the week to start.
Good, okay, and Blake, turning to you, you had a runner-up finish, I think, at the Pacific Coast Amateur, and obviously I think this is going to be your, well, you played last year, you tied 24th. Yeah. How much confidence does that give you that you can go on a bit further this year and make a run at the event?
Yeah, for sure. I think last year was a good introduction to the tournament. But yeah, obviously I feel like I'm a lot better player since then. And yeah, pretty much like Dave said, a lot more confident since last year. Had a few good results in pro events back home and obviously Pac Coast in America. So yeah, in a good position.
Good, okay. And Karl, I think you had a good run this year at the US Amateur, getting to the quarterfinals. Obviously a very big event, tough field. That must give you a good platform going into this week as well.
Yeah, playing at a tournament like the USAM, such a high-level field, and a lot of tournaments I played this summer, I had good results. And heading into this week, the game feels like it's trending in the right direction. I didn't have many finishes outside of a top 10, but also no wins. So hopefully this week everything kind of clicks together from this past summer, and a good result to come.
Good, okay, well, we'll take some questions from the floor. If you can raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Joy in the front, please.
Guys, my question to perhaps all of you, Australian golf is having a great run. I mean, we have Gabriella winning the US Women's Amateur. We had Lucas one week ago, winning the US Mid-Am. What's the kind of motivation that gives to you guys, and what are your thoughts about your own performance this week? What are you looking forward to?
I'll go first. Yeah, seeing those two guys win the US Women's Amateur and the Mid-Am, both from Victoria as well, so I know them very well. Yeah, this week's it's like you want to be. Well, I want to be with Lucas, hopefully in 7 months' time at the Masters, but. Yeah, it's pretty motivating. It's good to see that Golf Australia is heading in the right direction with their players and their high performance programs. So yeah, hopefully get to join Lucas in 7 months' time.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same as that. I feel like it's just motivating to see them guys, already locked up a spot, and but that'd be nothing more I want than to be there with Lucas. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to add, but. I think that it really goes to show how the Australian game at all levels is developing, and it's good to see everyone kind of succeeding in each level they get to, college, mid-amateur, professional, and it really goes to show how well Australia is developing their players.
Okay, next question, please. Joy again. I'll come back to you.
Given the fact that you three are some of the top-ranked players over here, 4, 11, 45 in the world. Is there a kind of pressure, or how do you look at a tournament like this, which is one of the 5 majors of amateur golf now?
Do you want to go in? I don't think there's any pressure, to be honest. There's like you win or you don't. Like I see it's a great opportunity just to test what it's like. We're only playing amateur golf here. We're not playing for money, so it's all fun and games at the end of the day. And if you play well and win, you get the ultimate prize. Really, you get to play in majors. So yeah, I don't really feel that much pressure. It's just hopefully keep the headspace pretty good while I'm on the golf course. That's the only real main thing.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I feel like I kind of have a free run at this week. It's either you win and stay amateur, or if you weren't to win, kind of turn pro for me. So yeah, I feel like there's nothing to lose and everything to gain from this week. So
Yeah, I mean, for us and most of the players in the field, we've played in tournaments at this level, and it really is a matter of who plays the best. And you know, for them, it's a different case, but there isn't much pressure when you're on the golf course. You either get that master spot, like they said, or I mean, you go home playing one of the best tournaments in the world.
Okay, next question. Smile in the back, please.
Hi boys, welcome back. You all three have tried the course this morning, right? So can you tell us, like, what do you think the most challenging part of this course, and what's the key to do well this week?
I haven't seen the course yet.
We haven't.
No, we haven't been
None
out
of you
yet.
have
We're
seen the
going
course.
at it, I think.
Have you like seen HSBC championship of this course? Have any knowledge of the course?
Yeah, it looks pretty tight off the tee. Like the rough line's quite tight, but it looks like there's quite a bit of room from tree line to tree line. And the greens, from what I looked at, looked pretty slick. So I think keeping it below the hole and staying out of the rough is key this week.
yeah, the rough looks pretty brutal. Greens, I've heard the greens are quite receptive, but yeah, I think it will be about hitting fairways and yeah, converting them birdie opportunities.
Yeah, from the holes that I've seen walking around the facilities, there seems to be a lot of water, and you know, tee shots seem to be the main priority out here. And then, you know, just looking at 18, the green was pretty surrounded as far as drop-offs, bunkers, rough, water. So I guess it looks like a course that'll test your all-around game, but I feel like if you hit it good enough, you can put a good score up.
One more.
Next. Smile.
The Aussie boys always in contention. You guys are very high in the world rankings and stuff. Always the players to watch to win this tournament as well. But in your eyes, who can be your competition this week?
I think these two right here, to be honest. There's always a few guys that kind of just get out of the box early that aren't so highly ranked. But yeah, it's like not to be rude or anything, but like it's the guys that are the highest up in the world ranking. They're always just going to be there. So I think these two guys are definitely the big competition, and also the three other Aussies, and like Takumi that won last year, Keita Nakajima. The list goes on. I think you just got to be very, very aware.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
Okay, next question, Justin.
To Blake and Dave, this tournament means a lot to you guys, doesn't it? The lure of turning pro is pretty strong around this time of year, but you guys always pencil this one in and make sure you get here and you're playing well at this time of year.
Yeah, this tournament really dictates what I do. If I win, I stay amateur for another 7 months, most likely, and if I don't, I turn pro literally the second after I hold that putt on 18. So, always, like this tournament, I always want to. This is my second time playing it, so it's always awesome to come back, and the facilities and the hospitality is always amazing. So, yeah, this was always going to be probably my last event as an amateur.
Yeah, and the same for me. Basically, if I wasn't to win, then head to European Tour School, and then hopefully I can turn professional there and play a few tournaments back home, like the Aussie Open, New South Wales Open, and get the professional career started. And
Blake, this time last year you were 55th in the world. You've gone up to 11th now. I remember talking to you last year and you were saying how you just wanted another year of amateur golf and to keep getting experiences like this and go overseas and play in the UK and things like that. How would you rate the last 12 months for you as a golfer from then to now? Aside from the world rankings, how do you feel as a player? Do you feel like you've really progressed?
Yeah, for sure. The last 12 months has been so special to me. I'm so happy I stayed amateur for the last 12 months as well, because there was a lot of talk about, why aren't you turning pro? And I'm really happy I played, a few more professional events as an amateur. The Vic Open, I had a good result there. And then obviously a couple tournaments overseas, USM, played good there. And obviously this is one of the biggest as well. So, I've learned a lot, and feel like I've just grown as a person, and my golf game's just improving and getting a lot more consistent as well.
And Karl, you obviously represented Australia at the Youth Olympics a couple of years ago alongside Grace Kim. I think you got one gold medal, is that right? Is it nice to be wearing the Aussie colours again? And it was obviously a special experience for you and Grace, but nice to be here as part of a sort of team environment and representing Australia.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever been on a team with these guys, and just that whole team environment representing your country, it is special to me and to all these guys. So just the whole aspect of traveling together, you know, going to dinner together, working out together like this morning, it's an experience that not everyone gets to get, so when you do get it, you cherish it.
Okay, next question, Amanda at the back.
Yeah, to be able to play at a golf course where there's a WGC, top players in the world have competed here. Have you been able to watch it on TV? Can you learn anything from that? And are there any players that, excuse me, have already contested on this golf course, on the PGA Tour, that you've been able to pick their brains a little bit about how to attack this golf course?
Yeah, I've watched quite a bit on YouTube. Going back through the last few years, there was a bit of different conditions. Like last year, I think it was pretty hot and windy. The year before that was raining, and so I've watched the courses playing in all different conditions. Haven't spoken to anyone about it. I think I've heard a little bit from Nathan Holman. I think he played it in 2017 maybe, and yeah, from what I've heard, it's just a brutal golf course. You just got to keep it in play and just hole a lot of putts.
Yeah, and the same for me, just YouTube basically. That's where I found all my kind of research basically. But one of my good mates back home, Andrew Dote, he just told me to keep it straight and straight and long, hit it straight and long. So that's all the advice.
Yeah. Haven't looked at it on YouTube, but I know I will if I can get access to the internet when I get back home. Yeah, so I'll be up at night definitely watching some of that and seeing where the misses are that they have and kind of watching the history that this course has.
Next question, Jason.
Just a question for David and Blake. This is obviously you guys' second time here, and you've got a vastly different looking side to what you had last year and previous years. I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about this Aussie team and their chances this week.
Yeah, it's only just myself and Blake from last year's team. All the other boys, I think, turned pro. Did they all turn pro?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they all turned pro. Obviously, you guys know Karl. The next best, Jack Thompson, who's from South Australia. He's had a pretty decent last 2 years. Kyle Michel's basically the same. He's had a pretty good last few years. And Nathan Barbieri, who kind of lit it up in the summer. I think he had a couple runner-ups in the Aussie Amateur, New South Wales Amateur, and played a couple other events he played pretty well in. So yeah, it's a pretty strong side. Not as depth as it was last year. Like we had, I think you were the highest at 55, yeah, and I think our highest now is probably like in 110 or something like that. So some fresh faces, and yeah, looking forward to spending the week with the boys.
Yeah, exactly. Just the culture. It's like Karl said, in the gym this morning, everyone's kind of working out together and kind of pushing each other along. But at the same time, it is an individual event. But last year was just a great, I suppose, taste tester for me. I would have liked to play a lot better, but that's what this year's for.
Awesome. And just a question for you, Karl. You're obviously based over in the States and you don't get to play with your Aussie counterparts as much. How are you enjoying being here and being around in that team environment you were just talking about?
Yeah, I mean, back when I lived in Australia, I knew David and Blake a little bit, and then we played a few tournaments together this summer. But obviously, I'm not as close as they are with the rest of the team. So this week, I'm looking forward to kind of getting to know them better and being able to connect as a team as a whole.
Awesome. And just lastly from me, question for all of you. How does this Asia Pacific Championship rank in terms of all the events that you guys have played, especially over in America and back in Australia? Is this one of the big prize goals this week?
Yeah, we're discussing this when we were actually walking over here. I think it's like, obviously the USM, when you come first and second, you get all three majors and you don't get as much here. But I think this tournament's probably one of the best in the world that I've played. Going from just how everything's ran to like it's televised, it's on Foxtel. It's just, I think everything, it's like it's a professional event, like elite professional event. So yeah, I think it's definitely one of the best in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Just as a whole, I suppose, with the TV coverage, you know, the grandstands, the way the course is presented, it's an eye-opener, really. We've come from kind of a few smaller events, you know, a couple months ago, and then obviously USM, and now this. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think that from what I've seen, you know, the grandstand, you don't see that at other amateur tournaments, and just the being able to win and play in the Masters and the Open, you know, to be able to have that chance, not many people get. You know, there's the British Am and the USM, but I know from what these guys have told me about this tournament, it is special, and I'm looking forward to it.
Next question, Lauren at the back.
Yeah, I was just going to pick up on the TV coverage, and you know, everyone at home can see you guys on TV. How much of a buzz does that give you? And obviously, we know you like to look good on TV, and I hear that a couple of you have got some fresh new haircuts. So maybe if you could just take the hats off and show us as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'll pass on that one. I'm going to try to get mine tonight.
Yeah, no, I've given the boys a few haircuts over the years. Yeah, so I brought the clippers if anyone's interested. No, it's all a bit of fun, yeah. But seriously, the TV coverage, it's something, since I was young, I want to perform in front of everyone on TV, and especially for my family back home. That's one of my kind of goals, that, you know, it's always been a dream of mine to, you know, perform on TV. And yeah, hopefully if you play well this week, it's a great opportunity to be right there.
Yeah, I got to experience it pretty well last year after the first round. I think my phone blew up. I think I had over about 150 notifications on my phone. I didn't even want to look at it. But yeah, kind of seeing yourself on TV, it's quite weird when they record and they kind of send you Snapchats or Instagram stories of it. You're just like, do I really look that bad on TV? Like, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's awesome buzz that everyone you get to play with back home gets to see you on TV and gets to see you in action. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all great until you top one, which I did at the USM. So I got those 150 messages about that shot. But being able to see yourself on TV, you know, I know my friends at home, it'll probably be like at the middle of the night for them, but I know they're recording it, and you know, being able to hit the shots that, you know, you've hit shots, but they don't look the same on TV, you know, with the tracer and everything. And I think that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to that this week. Hopefully, being able to get on that coverage.
Joy in the front.
My question to you, Karl, just 19, you are the #1 on the Junior President's Cup standing this time. You've been the #1 player. You played the Junior President's Cup last year. You're following in the footsteps of the two of the greatest TWs in the world to Stanford, Watson and Woods. Just from your own perspective, how does the future look to you?
Yeah, I'm not taking the same path they are right now. I'm not turning pro after this tournament, so I'll be going to Stanford next year. And I'm really looking forward to experiencing that. Obviously, Tiger Woods went there, and a lot of greats, but I think that that's an important experience for me. You know, being in the U.S. already, that's all the hype. You know, going to school, playing college tournaments, getting that NCAA title. So for me, it's that, and then if that progresses in the right direction, then the pro career is in the lookout.
And is Tiger your favorite golfer, or is it someone else?
No one really has a favorite golfer. I mean, it changes for me like every month. So, but yeah, Tiger is probably one of my all-time favorites, considering how great he is.
Well, guys, thank you for coming in today, and play well this week. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.